Let me tell you how the Israel-Iran war ended, because a lot of people seem confused. All three sides claim they won. How's that possible? Israel is saying they weakened Iran and finally got the US on board with going after their nuclear program. America is saying they obliterated Iran's nuclear program without any harm to an American. And Iran is saying that they're so strong Israel had to run to daddy to keep from getting flattened, and America didn't do any significant damage. All that's being overplayed. Now, Iran has exaggerated in the past. Iran literally told their people, we're getting revenge on the US by attacking their bases in Iraq and Qatar. They had patriotic music going, showing the missiles blast off. When in reality, Iran's leader told the US they were about to attack those bases because they didn't actually want to escalate it. Nobody got hurt. Trump called the attack weak and basically said, okay, this doesn't need to go any further. So then Trump got Israel and Iran to agree to a ceasefire, and everybody was like, okay, the fighting is over. World War III didn't pop off. Trump should basically get a Nobel Peace Prize for this. But nobody can find the uranium, the nuke juice that started this whole thing. America is saying, oh yeah, that's buried. Iran is saying, oh no, we moved it before the attack. Trump is saying, no, they didn't. Moving it would be way too dangerous and heavy. And Democrats are saying, hold on, there are a lot of inconsistencies with this story, and if the uranium was not destroyed, then they could still be days or whatever away from a nuke. Republicans started saying, look, a lot is just classified right now, but the CIA says the nuclear program was severely damaged. And Iran is not letting anybody in to check. There used to be this United Nations nuclear watchdog that they would let in, and that person would report to the world what their nuclear capabilities were. Iran cut that off after all this. So if you're following me, that means that if Iran decides to rebuild, we could be having this same exact conversation in a couple of years. The US said they would consider bombing Iran again without question if it became clear they were still trying to make a nuke. So now America wants to restart talks with Iran to talk about what comes next with their nuclear program. So if I understand all this correctly, that means we're right back where we started. Except now Iran says they don't know how to trust the US because they feel the US betrayed them. We're supposed to be helping with negotiations, but instead teamed up with Israel and bombed them. Hundreds of their people were killed and dozens of Israelis were killed in the retaliatory strikes. How are any of them supposed to trust each other? So after all that, we are still waiting to see how close Iran is to making a nuclear weapon. Trump is saying Iran needs to open themselves up so somebody can go in and inspect. Iran is saying if we open negotiations back up with everybody, it's not going to be anytime soon. So we'll see what happens. The good news is I actually also learned why this was probably never headed for World War III. Russia's leader, Putin, was asked if he was going to be helping Iran in this situation, and he allegedly said no because there's a big Russian population in Israel. Was I the only one who didn't know? Apparently Russian is one of the main languages in Israel. So at least we don't have to worry about that. Hopefully the ceasefire lasts and we'll see what happens. Please let me know what y'all think because this really was a lot. Like if these updates help and follow for more news.